Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey, Ray, thanks for joining us on today's cool new arrival. Anyway, 70 Mustang Mach 1. You know, these cars have become so popular. You know, the 65s and 66s were really very popular, and then these have actually surpassed those now because everybody seems to love 69 and 70 muscle cars, and this is no exception. This one here is actually very nice too, in the sense that, you know, with the VIN number and things like that, you know for sure it's a Mach 1, which is nice because we're talking about investment grade automobiles. You're talking about original engines in cars, original colors, things like that. And as we move through, there's a couple nice upgrades on this car that are aftermarket that you can change and fix at any time. But let's start with the paint first, because the paint to me is important. I'm hoping it is to you. As you're looking at pictures on the internet or things like that, you need to make sure that the paint is real. You can see everything nice and clear, the type of camera that he's using, if his jacket says something, what the guy looks like who's taking the pictures. And that's why I like to show everybody this here. White's tough to see, but you can certainly clearly read. Everything says new red bucket interior there. And then nice there. This is important too, as we look down the side of the car. Now we got our correct road wheels here. Nice thing inside, disc brakes. That's important. Nicely done in chrome, and they're correct with the right center cap. They're not Mopar wheels that come with a trim ring that you see sometimes that people do. Front rear spoilers, I love that. It's such a nice piece to the car. You know, it's not a lot of money to have these on there if you're restoring a car anyway, but look at how it makes the front end so aggressive. A new grille, bumpers, stainless trim, things like that. It's got the hood pins, which I love also. This is such a cool, like, muscle car. Like this, you know, this you could get in like a newer Mustang, and just a couple small pieces just says this car is circa 1969. All right, let's check this out. This is nice. Everything's nicely detailed under here. Come on around here. Autolite battery cover, nicely detailed engine compartment. Now this is kind of cool. This is aftermarket air conditioning, right? But made to look like factory air conditioning. So the great thing about it is it blows really cold. It has the updated Freon in it, and it has modern heat too. And you get all that great stuff out of there, and it's all hidden underneath the dash. It's just a nice system to have, and we detailed it to make it look like an old style system. I think it looks great. Chrome brace there, got the correct air cleaner on it. Come on over here, you got power steering. Look how nicely detailed everything is in here. Power disc brakes. All the things that we forget to ask about. Washer bottle is here, overflow bottle is there, 2 horns. You know, little stuff, man. You're out there buying these cars, you might say, well, Fleming's car is a couple grand more than everybody else's. Well, let me just tell you something. It's a couple grand to get the car just to your door if you picked it up yourself, meaning that you're going to have to take it to the shop. What we've done is we've changed the oil on the car, made sure that the lights work, the turn signals, the safety stuff. We've detailed the engine compartment, wet sanded, buffed, done all those things to make the car look really great and drive really well. So we've spent all that money. Not just that, but our price includes free enclosed door-to-door shipping. Don't forget, if you live in Washington State or if you live in California, you're buying some on the East Coast or the West Coast or whatever, it can be up to $1,500 to ship a car. So we're talking about $3,500 just in shipping and getting the car ready. Not to mention that we hand-pick the cars that we feel are really good cars. All right, let's take a peek inside. All right, this, beautiful. I love these interiors. They're so designed for 2 people, except you can take 4. It's got a fold-down rear seat, okay? It's got the factory console. It has 2 small aftermarket gauges here, okay? Got the Mach 1 dash with the big clock. Full gauges right here, not just lights. We got a temperature gauge. We got oil pressure. We got alternator. We got all that good stuff. Here's the AC and heating controls. This has an upgraded AM/FM cassette. We could put the stock radio back in here and put a digital sound system in the glove box, which I think is really nice because then you get your iPod, satellite radio, all this stuff, and it's so inexpensive to do because the car already has speakers in it. This is a great Mustang steering wheel, so cool and correct. This is nice too, tilt wheel. A lot of people don't know where tilt wheel is on Ford. It's actually part of the turn signal. So you just pull that down, it fits nice. Here's a nice expensive option that you wouldn't even really notice. It's called rim blow steering wheel, and the horn itself is actually wrapped inside the steering wheel. Nice embroidered mats there. Interior, headliners all new, seat belts, everything's in here. The lights work inside the car, like the footwell lighting, the rear lighting in back, door panels, all that stuff's really, really nice. Anyway, enough talking. How about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. You know, one of the reasons we come back here is because some of these cars are really fast, and this is actually what a lot of people will see because as you spanked on by them. But the real reason I come back here is because this is such a great part of the car that requires finishing and done properly, because if you leave rusty bolts or things are crooked and not restored properly, it's ugly. The spoiler looks so good on this car. The rear window louvers definitely add a 60s, you know, early 70s kind of touch because they were so popular back then. These taillights with the honeycomb here definitely screams Mach 1. You got the tailpipes there, backup lights down below, not buried inside here. That's the extra steps that they went to make the styling a little bit nicer. It's really nice. Anyway, let's take a peek in the trunk. If I could open the trunk. Okay, here's a nice thing too to look for when you're looking for a car. And this is nice. When a car comes with a car cover, clearly somebody cared about the car. You know, the little stuff like this, like the decals. Beautifully detailed trunk. Spare tire, although not correct, it's a spare tire. And the reason why they put in a non-correct spare tire is because these trunks are not huge. And if you put in a full-size spare, which would be correct, which looks very nice if you wanted to, it just takes up a lot of the trunk. And we have some extra spare, so ask us if you want to swap that out. And the trunk light even works. That's just the level of restoration that kind of is what I'm getting at. And this is really nice. You know, in closing up the video we talked about things like how great the paint looked, power disc brakes, power steering, air conditioning, the louvers, the front and rear spoilers, the correct wheels, nice stereo, all that great stuff that makes for a great muscle car. Awesome piece of machinery, runs and drives great, and this thing rolls down the road. I don't know what's exactly under the hood and inside the guts of that 351, but it must be something extra. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.